Marinated or served straight up, rare, medium, or well done, there's nothing like biting into a steak tip done right. And these are 8 of the greatest places to get your mouth around some of these delicious meaty morsels. Dom's Sausage Company in Malden is a local institution where you can get steak tips to take home and grill on your own, or stuffed into a sub with gooey melted American cheese to eat on site. The key to these award-winning tips is that they come tossed in a top-secret house marinade that makes these hand-cut beauties ultra-tender and incredibly addictive.
The flavor is very unique. It's a sweet flavor, but it has like hints of caramel and a smokiness to it as well, and when people have it, they just never had anything like it before.
Since 1975, the iconic NewBridge Cafe in Chelsea has been a meat eater institution known for their signature steak tips served in a casual atmosphere full of colorful characters. Each one of their tender tips is marinated to order, skewered, and fired to perfection on the grill. And these tips should be on everybody's culinary bucket list.
We cook on a skewer, where each individual piece of steak is skewered on, and they're put on the grill, they're separated, they're rotated. The name of the game is rotation, 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 separate, and cook the way people want to eat.
Located on Route 1A in Salisbury, Mass., just past the Merrimack River, Bucciarelli's Butcher Shop and Deli is a family-run one-stop shop whether you want to eat now or get supplies to take home to feast on for dinner. And whether you get them stuffed into a squishy sub roll or straight up on their own, the juicy steak tips here are absolutely a must-try.
I've had people come in and say you can practically cut ours with a fork. I think with the combination of the high-quality meat that we use and the tenderness and then the delicious marinades, we've had people come in and say they've tried steak tips everywhere and they always come back there.
Set in this unassuming spot in a Chelsea strip mall, Michael G's is a neighborhood eatery pumping out some of the best Italian around. You'll always find Michael himself on site making each and every dish with fresh ingredients and lots of love. Whether you order the cheesy mozzarella triangles, ultra-tender meatballs served in a slow-cooked marinara, hand-stretched pizzas, and their ultra-tender steak tips. These beauties come in Michael's own special marinade, cooked the way you like them, and served alongside crispy fries. Pika's Pub is a fun spot in Methuen that's the kind of place where every dish seems to pair perfectly with an ice-cold beer. The vibe here is ultra-casual, and the food is made with care, from indulgent apps to their overstuffed sandwiches and some of the best steak tips around.
It's almost kind of a cross between sirloin and tenderloin. It's got the flavor of the sirloin, but it's almost as tender as that filet mignon. It's really a nice combination. It takes the marinade well, and we sell a lot of them.
Located in Medford, Massachusetts, the Ford is an Irish restaurant that serves dishes that go way beyond your typical pub fare. The atmosphere is full of Irish charm, with friendly bartenders pouring pints and owners on site that will always make you feel at home. And while you may be tempted to go for a more traditional dish like their comforting shepherd's pie or crispy fish and chips, there's no beating some good old American steak tips, a dish the locals are truly passionate about.
People in Medford and local areas take their steak tips very seriously. You have to have a great steak tip, and marinated just right, seasoned just right, cooked just right, and the Ford nails it when it comes to our steak tips.
There's no better place for tip variety than the Tip Tap Room in Boston's Beacon Hill. Here, Chef Brian Poe layers complex flavors with various proteins, whether you go for some citrus chicken tips served over jasmine rice, or turkey tips presented over creamed corn, potatoes, and topped with cranberry fennel slaw. But steak here is supreme, served with horseradish potatoes and cherry peppers.
A lot of where we were able to find the flavors with all the different meats was by layering or stacking flavors. So you start with the marinade and then a really cool steak tip rub that we have that goes on at the beginning, middle, and end, so you continue to build on those flavors.
Set in Quincy Center, 16C is a cozy spot specializing in crispy, crunchy pizzas they call sheets, featuring toppings that range from good old pepperoni to more sophisticated options like the Bianco with sliced potatoes, rosemary, and cheese. And while the pies are perfect, the steak tips are a must, made with an old family recipe made famous by owner Kerry Lynch's father at his spot, the legendary Quiet Man Pub in Southie.
People just go on and on about the steak tips. It's crazy. We'll have a 12 top come in and all 12 people get the steak tips. So I figured when I was doing this, I would bring them back. We have people coming from everywhere to get those steak tips.
They're the 8 greatest places for steak tips. Only the best make it to the Great 8.